And first, I did want to just quick update on numbers. We know that we've seen it pick up. We're actually starting to catch up to where we were last year at this time. We're just 4 listings shy of that. And as you guys know, we're kind of feeding in 200 contracts and solds still from the end of last year as we're moving into second quarter. So hopefully as these listings are picking up, we'll start to see these numbers uptick as well too. But this is currently where we're at versus same time last year. So year-to-date listings 82, 170 under contracts so far, and closed at 113.
And mortgage rates dropped a lot, significantly. So if you've got clients locked in a 6% rate, maybe see if they can come down to the 5s, because that's where they're at this morning. So.
Before they go up again.
Before the market goes nuts again.
Get in there now. So really quickly, so we have some new agents. Don't have pictures for them yet, but if you guys want to come up really quick. So Tony, you're aware of. Most of you have met.
Does everyone know Tony?
I actually
yeah, we've seen it, right? No,
right? Yeah.
Right. So I'm gonna thank Steven Fetter for getting Tony actually in the office.
Hey.
So for those that don't know,
I had nothing to do with it.
Well, he's actually showing up now, so I think he's been working with you. So
there's a
Steven
really
Fetter,
great yoga class on Tuesdays at 9:30.
Yeah.
It's my favorite class.
I realize, trust me.
It's a big ask. Yeah.
Okay. I'll call her and ask her to stuff. So really quick introduction. So Stephen and I worked together. Well, I was at Berkshire Hathaway for 18 years, and prior to that it was Prudential, and Stephen and I worked together then. He was with Berkshire Hathaway, formerly Prudential, for 32 years. And we got him to come over to this other side. So excited to have him. He is 100% commercial. So he has been, how long have you been doing? I'm going to let you talk. You talk about your history and all that. I'm really excited.
Well, we go back years and years, obviously, at Berkshire, and Tony and I go back a number of years. Tony and I were on a little private little corridor there for a long time and hid back there. And Tony talked to me for a long time, year after year, about wanting to get into commercial with me, and we both kept putting it off. And I actually started my real estate career in this building 32 years ago, maybe. And after 1 year, Caldwell Banker split nationally into residential and commercial. They wouldn't let me do commercial anymore. So I picked up my bags and went to Prudential and started the commercial division of Prudential back then, 32 years ago or so. And been there ever since. Loved it. Opportunities arose, and Michael and I have been talking with Tony for a number of months now, discussing opportunities here to start a commercial division at Caldwell Banker. National now lets us do commercial here in your office. And there's a huge difference between residential and commercial. And my philosophy is, as residential agents, you should not be representing your commercial clients. Most residential clients at some time during your careers will have a client who has a business, who needs a space to lease, a building to buy, or an investment they want. The language is totally different. The liabilities are huge in commercial versus residential. And we're glad to help you with your clients. We pay a referral fee, and we pay the normal fee in the commercial industry is 20%. In-house agents, we pay a higher referral fee to our own agents that we work with.
But don't try this at home, right?
Right.
That's right. And there's been some agents over my life who said, no, I'm not going to pay you anything. I said, well, God bless you, go represent them, but be very careful. They never close the deals. So you get a fee for not working. Tony and I do the work for you.
Right.
But one thing we do, those people that you refer to us to work with, we like to have face-to-face contact with them initially. Prefer to be in the office and you be present to introduce them if you would like to. They always remain your client. We never take them over as our client. We will continue to communicate with you what we're doing for them, successfully or unsuccessfully. 99% of the time we'll probably be successful. Rarely have I not finished a deal with a client that I've started with. But the communication always remains open with you guys. And we like them to understand, at least from their perspective, that we're working as a team. It makes them feel more comfortable because they have confidence in you. Maybe you've represented them for years, that they're uncomfortable suddenly leaving you to us. So we like to explain that we work as a team in representing their interests. And then behind the scenes, like I said, you'll always be involved and informed of what we're doing. You know, over at Prudential and Berkshire, also there were sometimes agents would come to me and they'd say, Steve, can you help me? I did a commercial lease with this client years ago. Now there's a big problem with the landlord, and the tenant didn't know they're going to be responsible, let's say, for putting in a new heating or cooling system up on the roof. That's now going to cost them $10,000. Can you get me out of the problem? Show me the lease. No, you can't get out of the problem. You should have talked to me when you wrote the lease. Not now. Now it's a little too late. Or there's another situation where the residential agent represented somebody buying a commercial property. They never read the title report. Didn't have any idea what was in the title report. Now they want to sell the property. I have a buyer for the property. We go under contract, get the title report, look at it, get a survey done, discover the lot lines are a mess. Nobody read the title report when they sold them the property. We had to go through a whole, what we call lot line adjustment and lot line agreements with everybody down the block and readjust all the lot lines and all the legal descriptions up and down the block. Get everybody on the block to agree to do that. That's a lot of work. Should have been done when they bought the property. So stay out of trouble. Come to us. Some of you already have in the last few days, which we're very grateful for. Thank you. We're already working with these people and trying to find them property for their needs. A little bit of background. I am a lawyer as well as a realtor, and went to University of Tulane University, studied in England in international political affairs, graduated from the University of Iowa College of Law, grew up in Iowa, and out of law school, went to work for one of the country's largest real estate investment trusts, General Growth Properties. They're the owners of Fashion Place Mall today. Tremendous experience working in their legal department, and they're crossing over to their management department with their properties. Huge learning experience. I came from kind of a real estate investment family, and my parents, my grandparents, and my brothers and I, so I kind of grew up in it. It's in my blood. And went for a couple of years outside the real estate industry, hated it, went right back in, moved out west. And my partner and my husband and I moved from San Francisco here 30-some years ago. And Tony and I are thrilled to be joining up together. This guy's amazingly smart. I mean, he's just soaking it up like a sponge.
No. No, I'm just kidding.
He knows this.
Come on.
You can't fool him, man.
I gotta compliment the guy from
I
these
know,
people.
I know. Well, yeah.
You really know.
No, he really
We all
is.
know it. We just.
He really is. And I mean, we've already done a deal together with one of his clients, who he brought kind of to our team, and closed that deal pretty quickly. They wanted to close on a property in a week. We said, we can't do that in a week. But, you know, give us a few weeks. And we did.
Yep.
We worked on it really even before me coming over here, knowing this was going to happen.
Yeah.
What do you have to say?
I think you covered it all, but yeah, over the years, I've been in real estate about 19 years now, and I can tell you, over the years, I've done commercial, and I've always teamed up with somebody that knows what they're doing. And as good as I am in residential, and as much as I know about residential in that game, it's like going from flying a helicopter to a 747. They're completely different animals. And so over the years, you know, when I have done my commercial deals, I've always partnered with somebody that's in the game that knows what they're doing. And I've already learned so much from Steven, you know, his attorney background and all of his years of experience in commercial real estate. They are completely different worlds. And so we'd love to help you guys. If don't lose your clients, we'd love a nice transition meeting together with your clients. we'll keep you, in the process the whole time, keep you updated, but we never want to assume your clients. They're always your clients, so.
And another thing too, even in the commercial field, I bring a lot in my background, to what we do. But even in the commercial field, so many commercial agents who I work with don't even, if we're doing leasing as an example, don't even read the lease that their clients are signing. They don't know what's in the lease. There's so many things in a commercial lease that you can negotiate out, the terms that are not desirable for your client. You work with the landlord and landlord's agent and their attorneys sometimes getting things out. You also want to get things into the lease that aren't in the lease on behalf of your clients. And if you don't have that background knowing what to do, your client is just signing a lease, whatever it was given to them, not knowing really what's in it. When we do it, we go through paragraph by paragraph, page by page with clients, sitting down in the conference room, reading this lease to them so they understand what they're getting into, and explaining to them what things we suggest that we negotiate out, what things we suggest negotiating in. Commercial deals can take a long time. You may not get your referral fee next week or next month. These days, commercial leasing, I used to do a lease in a week or two. Guys, I'm involved with some leasing right now that we're at it for over a year before we're signing a lease on a new development. Sales used to be able to do quicker. Commercial financing, again, is a totally different breed than you guys going to your residential lenders. Your residential lenders will often tell you that they can do the deal for you because they want that fee. A lot of residential lenders don't have the foggiest idea how to put a commercial loan together. We have contacts with some lenders. There's one lender, Manuel Bueno, I've worked with for 25 years or so for my commercial lending for SBA loans, Small Business Administration loans. I like working with a lot of the smaller locally owned banks versus the large banks, have relationships with the owners of those banks even. You get into the bigger banks, which are fine. I mean, I've done deals with Wells Fargo, Zions, others. But you end up with multiple layers of decision makers in those banks in a commercial field before decisions can be made. Some of the banks here in town don't even make the decisions here in Salt Lake City. As an example, KeyBank. KeyBank's decisions are all made by a person you don't even know who they are in Denver. I started out working with the VP of KeyBank here in Salt Lake for years. As soon as the loans were transferred for processing and decision making to Denver, I never could close a deal with KeyBank. US Bank, as an example, almost impossible to close a commercial deal. They drag it out and out. Some of the other big banks, yeah, we'll close deals. Zions, Wells Fargo, others. But you've got to know your commercial lenders, even within the big banks, and have relationships with them, or you're going to have a nightmare trying to close a deal with your clients. And just like you in residential and commercial, we'd like to get our commercial clients pre-qualified to know for sure what they can afford. We get involved in fraud in commercial just like you guys do in residential. I had a guy last year from Hong Kong.
I mean, we don't really get involved in fraud.
We don't get involved in
No,
fraud.
no.
We just, but you've got to be, really aware of what's going on. We're seeing more and more of it in the commercial field. We got an earnest money deposit from this guy in Hong Kong, written on Canada's largest bank on a Sunday. I don't care who you are as a customer of a bank. No bank's going to write you a cashier's check on Sunday.
Right.
We told him no cashier's checks, only wired funds. He sends us a cashier's check. My title guy calls me up and he says, Steve, look at the check. Do you have a copy? I said, I always make copies of it. My checks. It was on a Sunday. I said, oh my God, it was. And they says, look at the lines on the check. They're not 100% lined up. This guy was going to put a $90,000 deposit down before it cleared the bank. We figured he was going to ask for a refund of it and cancel the contract, thinking that we and my title people were going to be stupid as can be. Another thing with title companies, you want a really, really good title company. Residential, you can generally go to most title companies that are gonna do a great job for you. In commercial, you wanna go to a really, really top-notch title company who understands commercial and works with commercial. We largely use Artisan Title. Dave Delahunt at Artisan Title is probably the best commercial guy in the state of Utah. We have a close personal relationship with him. In commercial, just residential, relationships are critical. Use us for those relationships. We're here to help you. You've got a sales meeting to move
We're
on.
good. Nope.
Thanks,
So-
We've
everybody.
said it all. Thank you all.
Yeah.
I look forward to getting to know all of you. I'm terrible on names, guys. So if I don't remember your name when I pass in the hallway, you pass and say hello, remind me what your name is.
Awesome.
I'm getting old, just so I don't remember.
Thanks.
Thank you.
Appreciate it.
Thank
Thanks,
you.
Tony. Okay. We don't have, so just a couple things, obviously in-house. So Studio Design Concierge is now launched. They will do semi-custom websites for Moxie websites. You guys know you have Moxie websites as it is. You can customize them yourself, but if you want them professionally designed, they will be doing semi-custom websites now. They start at $450, and so if anybody's looking to have that done, wants to make any changes or anything designed, then let them know. This was just released. Global Luxury releases this report once a year. So they've got the trend list and they have the report. The report 2023 just got released. It is available to everyone, and for some reason, I had the URL code down there. I will include that in sales meeting. You can all access this. You don't need to be Global Luxury certified to access this. This year, they've included Agent Vision, which was a survey of 600 global luxury agents across the nation.
Globally. Globally, yeah.
Globally,
It's the
global
global
luxury,
network.
sorry, globally. That goes into trends, things that they're seeing, and especially their high net worth clients. So it's a great report to share and read up on, especially if you're working in that area or want to be. Another update, so for global luxury agents, they have a wealth engine platform now that is available to you. So it includes individual lookups, real-time access to clients' targeted lists that you can access now as well as global luxury certified agents. Then a reminder, we discussed this a couple weeks ago. This now launched as of March 15th. So what do you know when the last run of the
If they have not scheduled their TV
Yeah,
spot, it's
TV
done.
spot's done, but I think the last run on that is the 25th, if I remember correctly.
Yeah, it ends this month.
And
I
then
think
this
I had
is,
it on last Sunday.
was it last, yeah, I think the last run though, the last one, because March 14th was the last time to do anything if you wanted to stay on that, to make any edits, and then that last episode will actually run. And then everything moving forward in Listing Concierge is going to be the YouTube paid advertising. Did anybody have questions on this? Okay. You didn't have anything, right? I don't think we have any really. So
I do.
you do. We're coming to you.
You have a slide.
Okay.
You got a slide. I had a slide for
I have a
you.
slide, you guys.
So
Oh, wow, yeah.
you're right here. Now look, come on back.
Oh, Theo.
Welcome, Gene.
Hello, everyone.
For those of you guys that
Come
don't
on.
know who Theo is, we have three
Come on
little
now.
chipmunk
Yeah,
squirrel
three.
things running around out here that we've kind of adopted.
They're so cute. And if you don't feed them, they come to the window.
Yeah.
So,
Even though
They're cute.
they're all named Theo, by the way.
because we don't know, we can't
We
tell
don't
them
know
apart
which-
except for the one that has a bobtail.
Yeah, there is one that he looks. You've seen Ice Age. That little.
That's what it looks like.
Is it
Yeah,
scratch?
yeah. There's one that looks like it. Anyway, sorry.
Okay, so as many of you know, like when you're filling out your My Deals, you don't like to put the email address in because you don't want your clients being contacted. You can now put them in because there is now a section in My Deals that I need you to pay special attention to. In the submit tile or the submit portion, there will be what's called insurance. It's a drop down. You'll see them. There will also be one for home warranty that's coming as of May 9th. But open that up. And if you don't want your clients to be contacted, all you do is slide this toggle to no, and you're done. But at least your client's email is in the system for, other, like when we do customer service surveys, things like that, it's in there. But you have control over whether or not your client is now contacted by the insurance company. Before they would just do it.
Right.
Now you control if they do or they don't. Coming in May, there will be a home warranty portion. So when you're filling that out, you can actually open this portion up and you can select, you want an AHS home warranty, you want this package, and it automatically gets ordered. What the company is trying to do is just kind of automate as much as they can, but have you in control of that.
Right.
And I think when you're doing listings, especially this one will be really great, because if you want that listing coverage and the staff hasn't ordered it or you haven't asked us to do it, you can do it when you do your My Deals.
Right.
So
They'll send it in,
those
so
are
we
just
don't
a
have to
couple
worry
of
as much.
things that are coming down. But this one actually goes live tomorrow. So any My Deals that you do as of tomorrow, just open up that insurance tab, and if you don't want them contacted, click no, and you're done.
Perfect.
Okay?
Thank
That's
you,
it.
Jamie. Anybody have questions for Jamie? Want to put her on the spot?
Did you get that cool sweater?
I don't remember. But today is Tuesday, and I was told it was Animal Print Day, so there you go. Tuesday is Animal Print Day, Thursday is Camo Day. Just so you know.
Thursday, every Thursday, she's in California. So, thank you, Jamie, appreciate it. Also, I'm gonna throw you on the spot, sorry, Elizabeth. We don't have a slide, we also have a new agent right here, Elizabeth Kennedy, right behind Teresa here. She's actually joining us from Coldwell Banker, Austin. And so she's been working out there for a while, so she's still licensed, she's still maintaining her license in Austin, so if you guys have people. Oh yeah, sorry. Stand on up. I just really threw her on the spot. She didn't expect
I'm
this.
grateful not to try to follow Steve. I was like, that is a tough act to follow. I think I have an introduction next week.
Oh, we'll do it again.
No. I'm Elizabeth from Austin. I've had a license since '96. I've mostly just done investments, versus working in a business. So, my mom lives here, and just kind of, starting fresh.
Yeah.
Nice to be here.
So, welcome. So we're excited out. Okay, you guys probably saw this, so we're just going to kind of go over this because, as you know, we have professional issues out in the industry. So just some reminders and some to improve professional practices out there, because I'm seeing this happen too, and I know none of you were guilty of any of this. But we're going to remind you anyway. So, just making appointments. If you make an appointment to show a property and you don't show up, it's not cool. I mean, even if you drive up, because I've had this happen, I'm not showing homes, and you pull up in front of the house and a buyer's like, no, don't want to see it. Like, they change their mind, they've already made up their mind, they don't want to go in. The least you can do is let the agent know. Go scan in the key box, so they've got it for the client that left for you to show that home. But let the agent know you've left. Let the agent know if you're not going to be able to make the listing, whatever it is. It's a professional thing to do. It's a good courtesy thing to do. But we're seeing a lot of people that are not doing that. Instead, they just say, "Oh, we changed our plans after the fact." If you're arriving at a showing well after the appointment time, also not cool. Sometimes the buyer or the sellers have come home, but we're seeing this has been an increased problem as well. Our agents are scheduling. Maybe your showing at a previous listing took too long. Call ahead of time, let the agent know you're running late, see if it's still okay to come, but don't show up after your listing time frame and think that it's okay to still show the property. And so, not locking doors when you leave or leaving the door, back door wide open. That is a consistent problem I've seen kind of throughout. So just some reminders. Leaving water running on in the home, that one's actually new to me. But apparently it's a big enough issue that it was made the list. So gas fireplaces being left on in the home, right? When people fire them up when they come in and they're leaving them on when they leave. Drawers or cabinets left open in the home. I don't know how many of you go through drawers and cabinets.
Seems a little weird.
So, yeah, but leaving lights on if you've been asked and turn them off. So obviously sometimes you get instructions, maybe there's a bunch of listings, they've just turned it on, they've set it up, music and all that stuff. That's different. Right? You're leaving it on for the next showing. However, they've asked you to turn them off. Please turn them off when you leave. This one is becoming a big problem, which we've talked about. I recommend this not just on the doorstep, even throughout the house. There are enough cameras and recording devices, you don't even know where they're at these days. Yeah. Talking on the doorstep before you get there, that Ring camera starts recording before you get to the door. So I always, when I was showing, would caution my clients in the car, let's not say anything about the house. I don't care if you love it, I don't care if you hate it. Let's not discuss anything until we're back in the car or somewhere else. Because one, if it's absolutely positive and they know that they're gonna do everything they can to get it, you've now given up some leverage to the seller. Or if they absolutely hate it, it shows badly, it's, poor. And so, and then I do the same thing even throughout the house.
Well, and it dampens your strategic negotiation, right? Like your client's like, I love it, whatever it costs.
Yeah.
That totally undercuts your negotiation strategy, right? Right? That's true.
It is.
We don't have to tell them.
We don't have to say it.
Yeah.
Or just for that. So we're just trying not to offend the seller. Just find another way to do that. And then I've added this one because this has actually been a request that I've seen and even have had some agents doing. If you're at a listing, you're at a showing, you've got the key, right? You come out, and there's another agent waiting to see it. A lot of times they'll ask you to give them the key and they'll put it back in the box. Don't do that. Put it back in the box and make them register, make them pull the drawer out. Because if there's no record of them being there, let's say you're the last one was there, but they go and do something, there's damage, who are they going after? They're going to the last person that registered in that super key box. So just let them know, look, you can have the key, but you need to go into the key box to get it, just like anybody else. You don't want the liability for another agent and their clients after the fact. And so, and you'll have some agents that'll, honestly, they'll be dicks about it. They'll be like, well, why is the big deal? Just let them know, look, I'm not taking on
There's a
liability for
record,
you.
yeah.
This is the way it's done. They need a record for their, for the listings, their showings, and so, so that's another one that I think that you shouldn't do. It's just best practice. So, you guys have anything you want to add to it? Let's get it out. What are you running into?
We could be here all day.
That's true. That's true. Okay. Is everybody familiar with the American Dream Grant? If you are not, this is offered through Salt Lake Board of Realtors. So it's $5,000 grants. They do them, they're offered for first-time home buyers. So the requirements, first of all, first-time home buyer, credit score needs to be 640 or above, household income at below 102,400 for 1 to 2 people, or below 117,700 for 3+ people. Realtor that this is being applied for has to be a primary Salt Lake Board of Realtor member. Owner-occupied home, this includes modular manufactured homes, does not include mobile homes. Close on the purchase within 90 days of the grant closure date and be pre-qualified before applying. So they break this down into special groups that they are providing these grants for, just so you know. So they're $5,000 grants. 2 grants are given away to these. So, for example, 2 grants open to first-time home buyers, and then during the month of March and April, first responders, healthcare workers, and first-time home buyers. They're doing 2 grants for each of those. Okay. In May, it's 4 grants. We'll go to first-time home buyers. July, August, single parents, first-time home buyers, and you kind of get my drift. You can apply for this for your clients for this particular one by April 28th. Okay.
So you can apply for our clinics?
Yes.
I noticed, it says apply here, and I went into it, and
Yeah, no, it is, you can apply for your clients, and that's what it's actually used for. It should be you actually doing the application for your clients. You don't even need to let them know you're doing it. You can, you're trying for it, but it'd be a nice surprise too. And so,
And this isn't a lien, there's no
lien,
clawback
yeah.
on it, it's literally just a gift at the closing table.
yep, this is a grant that is given by the Salt Lake Board of Realtors.
And for first-time home buyers, is that also like, if you haven't bought a home in X amount of years, you're considered a first-time home
I believe so,
buyer?
yeah. Yeah, last 3 years.
For this also?
Yeah, yeah, you just can't have been on title for the last 3 years.
Well, are there stipulations on the price of the home or new construction?
Well, they're gonna have to qualify at 102 or 117,000, so that's gonna limit their purchasability anyway.
Yeah, so so their household income has to be below that. So I don't know if there's price restrictions, meaning a 400 or 500,000, 600, that part I don't know. I'll follow up on that because they didn't specify that. But their household income, if it's up to 2 people, has to be 102,000 or below, 102.4. Three people, 117.7 over level. So if they've got income above that, then they won't qualify. So
Anywhere in Utah, a home anywhere in Utah?
I believe so, yes.
Okay.
Yep.
Yeah.
But
Just remember, you have to be a primary, it has to be a primary member of Salt Lake Board of Realtors. Say again?
Right.
Price?
the limit would be their mortgage qualification, right? So if they only make 102,000, they have a max purchase price anyway, that would be the limit.
And speaking of first.
Everybody, this is Caitlin, by the way. She's wonderful.
Hi,
In our office now.
I'm just thinking, I'm from Nashville. I've been there for 10 years. Been a broker at Compass this whole time. So it's been a big career shift. But I'm joining the Mojo team as soon as my license comes in.
We're still waiting for that.
Excited. But there's a national house by house class, #1 home buying class in the country. A lot of other states actually make first-time home buyers take a class and then present a certificate in order for the lender to be able to process the loan. And so this kind of piggybacks off that. So I'll be teaching the first class in Salt Lake. I'm teaching it at Maven, and it's going to be next Thursday at 5:30 to 6:30. If there's any food, drink, whatever. So if you have any buyer's agents, buyers, please send them. You can also come with them, and it's a good kind of touch point for somebody that you've been kind of like trying to pull in to have like starting to look, just like, hey, come to this class with me, and maybe we'll get dinner afterwards. So if you need anything, I guess just reach out to Joey. Since you guys don't know who I am, I'm going to send you a sign up link.
Well, it's, I mean, you can tell your clients $5,000 a class with a total pro, dinner and drinks. I mean, that's a pretty good way to get somebody off the fence.
And it's totally free.
Maven.
Oh, Maven Create, it is, it's.
9th and 9th.
Ninth south and like second, west, second west. It's like the whole Maven, it's now called the Maven District. But it's basically from fourth east all the way to second west. But there's one building that's the Maven building that's like a cool co-working event space.
Yeah, it's a co-working event.
It's next to Normal Ice Cream. I think,
Yeah,
down there.
and it's female owned and operated, and everybody inside is a female, and then so they just let me do
If you guys have any
Yeah, no
information,
mail
you want to get it
purchases.
to us after sales meeting, we'll include it in the recap.
Cool.
Okay?
We should print a sign up for you
Yeah,
guys too.
we're going to sign up for that too, so.
Crystal will be here Thursday at 11. She's creating video and gifts. Gifts or GIFs? You want to take a poll? How do you say that?
Yes.
I go
Yes.
Jeff, but I don't know.
Jeff. Who said Jeff?
That's it.
Okay.
Welcome, Elizabeth.
The thing. So Crystal will be here
Must be
Thursday.
the Texas.
I know, it's Ted Lasso. I'm pretty sure.
I was just gonna say that's
Ted Lasso.
Yeah, I just binged like all of it.
Ted says it, then I'm willing.
I thought it was a gift as well, but who knows? Okay. You can scan the book appointments, obviously, with Crystal, reminder of that. Get you done.
Tomorrow, we're doing Instagram. If you want to be on Instagram, you want help with it, come tomorrow. I will help you set it up, optimize, set up a link tree, share your content, schedule your content, whatever it is you want to work on Instagram. We're doing it tomorrow morning at 9:30, right here.
So come on in. The conflict with the yoga class. I'm checking. Just checking.
What do you do, yoga?
Yeah, let's just do it. There's an agent mastermind for you global luxury agents for luxury listings, April 19th at noon. You can register on CBU Learning Center. In all honesty, I don't know if it's just global luxury agents.
I don't know either.
I will
It didn't
double check.
specify.
But if you are curious and want and interested, CBU Learning Center, jump into this agent mastermind. And if you can't get in, because you're not global luxury certified, then we know it's only global luxury. But I'm just saying, if you're interested, you should check it out and try. And then if you can't get in, you really, really need it, then once they offer that class again, you should go get it. So then you have access next time. Solutions. Reminder, class of this month is the Outlast series. You can sign up for that at CB Learning Center as well. I think that it replays, so it's not like you need to start at the beginning of the month. Reminder of all the tools that are there, all the other things and trainings that you can learn how to use, some Honesty Work Prospects, Square, Boost, Concierge, and much more. Oh, and then this one. I've had a few people usually ask me about this one. Molly, I know you've got Forewarn. Anybody else have Forewarn out there? Okay. So this, I believe it's what, 70 a year? So Spark is a tab on your, or a tile on your desk. It gives you access to a whole bunch of other things. But for me, the most important one is this forewarn. And I've used it, and you guys, if you want to, I think it's great if you have it. It really just helps you determine whether or not somebody who's reaching out to you is real. You can get kind of a snapshot. 80% of the people that are put in there, you can find out, you know, way more than you probably wanted to know. And so I do have this. I've run it for a number of you will call me to verify a phone number, to verify a person is real, especially with all the scams that are out there. Okay.
It's great if you're online dating too, guys.
Yeah. There you go. So you can use it for other reasons. I will discuss the real estate reasons. Yeah.
I got so comfortable with showing, like, mostly did new construction, so like 6 years in, I just moved whenever. And I did have to find my way out of the house with 2 men that were there, like, on. It was scary. So I'm just saying, since then, I'll never, I mean, I bring my husband most times, but it's like when you least expect it and you get comfortable, like, that's when it's gonna happen.
I'm chasing never.
I don't want to go with that. That's like,
I've got a really nice candle that Tony gave me.
Oh, I'm gonna put an end to the. I'm putting an end to the GIF debate. Kevin Ferguson has provided the answer. It is a hard G. It stands for Graphic Interchange Format. Boom. It is GIF. Thank you, Kevin. So yes, and to that, from a safety standpoint, I mean, we do tend to get comfortable, right? But the simple fact is you don't always know who you're meeting. So whether you're vetting them beforehand, whether you want me to do it, whether you get the app, I still recommend if you're meeting someone for the very first time, bring them into the office. And I know it's harder with sellers, okay? So if you're going to meet a seller for the first time, take someone with you. You know, I think that that's not really a bad ask.
Yeah.
You know?
If you're not married, agents here will help you, right? Like, this is not a Shark Tank. We love this family and we all help. Michael's gone to tour a house, with Kia when she didn't know what to expect. Like, just call us. We'll pair you up with someone. They can go be your second, right?
New agents would love to shadow a lot of you seasoned agents. And so I'm just saying, be smart, be safe out there.
Take Billy. Yes. You'll have a bodyguard.
Yeah.
Office linebacker.
See?
See? Yes.
See?
I'm taking Spud. I'll just hug him.
But yes, please be safe, you guys. I don't want that to be spotted in you. Okay. RSVP, if you have not done so already, please. We'll be sending this out as well. Again, RSVP.
You should have gotten it from marketing already, so double check your emails.
So April 13th, 11:30 a.m. at the Marriott City Center downtown. And so for our upcoming awards. This was a reminder, just we're kind of excited. So Anywhere was voted once again. So 11 times in a row, 12 award-winning years as one of the world's most ethical companies. We are the only residential real estate brokerage to make that list. And then I think there were a couple of commercial brokerages as well that made that list. So
to talk on that, so this is a millionaire question in one of our future games, so you know. So remember this.
Yeah.
Samuel Caldwell, when he formed Caldwell Banker, it was right after the San Francisco earthquakes, and he could see people being taken, right? People's houses were destroyed in the earthquakes and then the following fires. He said, that's not okay. We have a duty to the public and we should be protecting them. And so he formed Caldwell on the premise of actually helping people and being hyper ethical. So this is an honor. It's a long time tradition from the very beginning of Caldwell, and it's a huge part of our culture. So I am glad that you guys are all there with us. I'm glad you're here and that you are also as ethical as Sam dreamt up way back in the early 1900s.
116 years. By the way, the debate is back on. So Zach Pfeiffer just offered the inventor of GIF says GIF. So you guys, tomato, whatever you want to use. Thanks a lot, Zach. We had this settled. So, okay. Reminder, if anybody wants to watch a replay of the sales rally, the quarter one sales rally, you can watch it with that little QR code right there. It is now available. And then we're going to jump into our
There are treats over there.
listings. So everybody at home, if you have anything upcoming, any listings, any wants and needs that you want to get out there, please start putting them in the chat.
Yes, if Whitney Foley's online, she has some wants she wants to tell us about. I don't know if she's on there though.
Okay. So Jessica, new listing, 6955 South Fargo Road, West Jordan. She's not here. Guesses on bedrooms, bathrooms?
4-2.
4-2?
3-2.
4-3, 2,600 square feet, 2688. Quarter of an acre, price.
600.
Tony, don't. That's how you look.
No cheating. Speaking of ethics, you're good.
Yeah.
I wouldn't say 600.
$599.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a cute home. Leslie Needing has a new one at 11126 South.
Jonagold
Drive in South Jordan. Guesses on this one?
What's this?
3.5.
Is that a park?
Is that daybreak?
It's daybreak,
It is.
it's just vacant land.
What did you say, 3-3?
Yeah, 3.5, 3.3.
2-2, 1 square feet.
Yep.
Price? Daybreak?
420.
350.
Wow.
So in the notes on this one's actually in a 55 plus community, but they're under the 80-20 ratio, so you can have buyers that are younger than 55. You have to get pre-qualified through the HOA and like reserve that you're coming in younger than 55.
349.9.
It's a really weird optical illusion. I cannot see him.
Jeffers on the sidewalk.
It's
Oh, it is on the sidewalk.
Yeah.
Okay.
Just the bingo.
We'll maybe work on those colors later.
It's okay. It's okay.
St. George, Wendy has a new one at 5475 North Northgate Peaks Drive.
It is.
This is, I'm trying to, anyone, go ahead, guess. Operators. I'm just going, 3 bedroom, 3 bath, 2,200 square feet, 650? I know we don't really work at St. George Market, so. 799.
Way off.
Way off.
Expensive.
Yeah, you too. Lauren, we went and did the broker open house on this the other day. So 4345 South Vallejo Drive, Salt Lake City. Your client can be Lauren's neighbor.
Yeah.
Right next door.
She can look at your backyard.
Sorry. Sorry. So, any guesses for?
I know all the stats.
You know all the stats.
Yes.
5 bedroom, 3 bath, 3,300 square feet. What's the eight?
That is perfectly priced out.
840, you guys. When did you go live, Lauren?
This morning.
This morning?
Because I
Okay.
was working for like an hour last night.
Charlene Owens has a new one in Bountiful. Okay, yes.
That's gonna be a 5-3.
Bountiful,
I think
five-
it's, I think
five,
this,
3.5.
I think it's a 6-3.
5.3.
5-3, 5-3.5.
6-3.
Anyone else? Just going, I'm losing the meetings, I'm going.
Uh,
5 bedrooms, 3 baths, nice, 3,700 square feet. And what did you say, price?
675.
How much?
675.
799.
675. Did you look?
I
You looked. Oh. Okay. Really quick, we got a few, and then I'll go to the audience. Okay, we have one. Robin Christensen, she has a 2-bedroom, 2-bath condo coming up in a great location downtown Salt Lake City. It's in Canyon Road Towers on the 4th floor with a west-facing view and a nice floor plan. Granite countertops in the kitchen and bathrooms, stainless steel appliances, needs new carpet and paint, so the seller is pricing it at $375. Canyon Road Towers on downtown Salt Lake. So, okay. Anybody here? Marcia.
I've got a listing coming on next week on Country Club Circle, just under 3,000 square feet, 5 bedrooms, 3 bathrooms. It's a great little spot, it's just in a little circle as you come under 20 days, come up and through that roundabout, it's just right there. It's gonna be doing a broker open next Wednesday, the 29th, from 4 to 6. So just kind of keep that.
Are you baking anything?
Yes.
Is that dip?
What about the dip? Yeah.
Come back from St. George for that dip.
I will do the jalapeno, yeah, I will do that. And we'll be going like Thursday, so.
This Thursday?
About 900.
This Thursday?
New carpet, bamboo floors, beautiful. Say that again.
This Thursday?
Broker open will be Wednesday, the 29th. It's gonna go live Thursday, the 30th.
Okay. Okay. Raquel?
I have a townhome in Lehigh going live in an hour or two. It's one of the Edge homes in the Exchange, so it's new, it's cute. End unit, great windows, nice kitchen, 510.
Awesome. Okay.
Got a new listing up in the Avenues, Capitol Park, 5,600 plus square feet, 6 bedrooms, 6 bathrooms. It's a Craftsman, 2-story prairie style. It's beautiful.
Awesome.
We're going to list it for 1.9.
Okay.
So that'll go live Thursday.
And what, sorry, where was that again?
It's up in Capitol Park in the Avenues on D Street, 600 D Street.
Okay, Capitol Park in the Avs, you guys. It's Jen back. And I thought I saw another hand. No? Okay, I can set this down. Robin's address, by the way, is 123 East 2nd Ave for the towers on that. So, okay, does anybody else have anything they want to share? Really quick, don't know if it's going to happen. It's a big likelihood it's going to happen. There's a good chance I'm going to be gone next week. So I just want to give everybody kind of a heads up. I will mostly be off grid. Yeah, don't. That's so fake cry. That doesn't work. She's like smiling inside. She's like, thank God. Maybe I'll come into the office.
Come in.
So yeah. So I may not be available next week. So if you guys try to reach out, I'll respond.
Philippines, right?
Say again.
What did you say?
I said there's a good chance if everything goes well. I'm trying to take a trip, and I don't know if I'm going to make the flight. If I make the flight, I'm gone next week. If I don't make the flight, then you guys got to deal with me for another week. Where am I staying? If you can track me down. So.
Philippines, Mike?
Yeah. I really am.
Really?
Yeah.
No,
Yeah. I'm trying to get to. Seriously.
Oh my gosh, I have friends.
But it's kind of this last week.
He is gonna show up.
So I'm making this attempt. So that's why I said it'll be kind of off grid. So it's not like you feel free to reach out, but don't expect an immediate response. And so honestly, I'm not worried about it though. Bridget's awesome. She'll take care of everything. Staff. I mean, I get it. Hopefully you guys will let me back in the office when I come home. So anyway, just want to give you guys a heads up on that. So with that, thank you everyone. Have a great day. Have a great week. And we'll talk to you then.
Bridget.